What's up, guys? It's your girl, Nosh. I'm here with a quick message to get you guys going into this weekend that's coming up. In some areas, we got some storms going on. I hope you guys are safe, especially if you're in the East Coast. It is cold, boy. East Coast is cold. And I heard West Coast is getting cold, too. So it's cold all over the place. Just like J. Cole said, it's a cold world. And we're experiencing it. So the message that I want to talk to you guys about real quickly, so you guys can get back into what you're doing, go about your day, is basically to remind you that spirit and universe and source has so many things for you, so many blessings. And some of you are going to say, well, how come I don't see those blessings? And some of you are going to say, well, if the blessings are there, how come First of all, we need to get rid of that mindset. That's a perspective that is literally in itself blocking you from even obtaining those blessings because you have that perspective. So if you're in a relationship and you're like, well, this is all I have, this is all I know. How do you know that? How do you not know that if you let go of this relationship that you're in, especially if it's toxic, it's consuming you, it's taking up all your energy? How do you know that the universe doesn't have something better for you only if you let go? I think a lot of times humans have this issue with letting go. And sometimes it's a wound that, we have since we're children, some type of trauma. Why? But the question at the end of the day is, why can't you let go of that situation, of that person? What is really behind it? Like, if we can start taking accountability of why we can't let go, letting go will be easier. It doesn't matter at the end of the day what the other person did. I don't care. You are making it worse on yourself by holding on to it. Like, every day you're adding something to it with your thoughts, with your feelings, with your energy. When you can be using those thoughts and those feelings and that energy to create something better. It's called life. Life will put you through ups and downs. That is your life. Those are the cards you have been dealt with. A smart player takes the cards and does what they can with it. A not so smart player sits with those cards and over regrets everything. Because of that regret, because of that guilt, that shame, that resentment, that hate, etc., you block yourself from actually maybe seeing that the cards are actually good for you if you were to use them for yourself. So what I'm trying to say is, whatever situation life throws at you, if you can find the will inside of you, that will, go into your Mars and see where your Mars is. Mars is about willpower, drive, motivation. What is that motivation inside of you? Find it. But also remember, let that motivation come from love, kindness, good intentions. Anything driven from revenge, resentment, hate is ugly. And the results of it are ugly. And we all know God don't like ugly. I had to say that one. I always love that phrase. God don't like ugly. So when you drive from that, like that intention of hate, of revenge, you'll notice, especially this year, shit is not going to work for you. I think they were talking about it a couple years back. They were moving into a time period that if it's negative, it's not going to work. Only positive is going to work. Plain and simple. Your negative thoughts are only going to create negativity like they always been. But now it's going to be like with steroids. Steroids times 2. So whatever it is that you have in your heart, the smallest of the smallest, the biggest of the biggest, if it's tied with resentment, guilt, shame, condemnation, you need to let it go. let it go. The faith to believe that everything is working out for you and not against you is the way to go through it. This way you can take every negative situation and turn it into something that can be useful for you. So sitting there thinking about what you need to rectify in the past and rectify with people in the past, reconcile with the past, do that. But leave the past where it is. Learn from it, visit it, but then move forward. I'm talking to the people that are stuck on exes right now. Stuck on exes, stuck on old loves. Why are you still stuck there? And some people tell me, oh, because I'm alone and I had it so good and blah, blah, blah. And now I can't just find it. That is your perspective. Did you ask the universe for their perspective? Did you ask the spirit guides for their perspective? Did you ask your ancestors for their perspective? Because their perspective is completely different from what you're viewing. They see the light at the end of your tunnel. Do you see the light at the end of the tunnel? If something didn't work out, there was a reason behind it. And it hurts my heart when I see people not see that. It really hurts. It hurts me to the core when I see people still visiting old patterns, old habits, old people, old toxicities. It hurts me. Why? Because there is so much more out there than the box that you have put yourself in. Yes, it's a box. It's a prison that you've put yourself in there. Now you're going to be like, well, how do I get out of here? Easy. Work within yourself. Work inside of you and remind yourself how much you love you. And now take that love that you love yourself with. Now say, if you can love me more than I love me, then I will allow you in my energy. Oh, that's beautiful. I love how that sounded. If you can love me more than I can love me, I will allow you in my energy. But if you can't, stay the fuck away from me. Start doing this and see how many people you actually start getting ick from, right? That ick factor. Or do this and see how you start feeling towards these individuals. If someone is not loving you the way you love yourself, it's not there. It's not going to work. But now question is, how much do you love yourself? Because what I see people doing and talking about themselves and treating themselves makes me see that you do not love yourself at all. Prove to yourself how much you love yourself. Every day, make it a point to prove to yourself that you love yourself by choosing you. The reason why you're not aligned with your destiny, beloved, the reason why you're not seeing these blessings that the universe has for you is because you're not choosing you. Once you start choosing you, you will start to see it. And spirit will want to work with you. Spirit will believe that you're teachable at that point. Most of you, the reason why spirit can't work with you, ancestors can't work with you, is because you're not being teachable. I had a beautiful conversation last night between my bestie and my sister, and we were talking about this. Shout outs to you guys. Thank you so much. You were the inspiration behind this video. I got to tell you this. When you realize that spirit is not working with you, you have to ask yourself, what am I doing? You know what you're doing? You're not being teachable. Spirit is giving you the notion. Spirit is giving you the clues, the breadcrumbs, but you are not taking them. Spirit is literally talking to you, explaining to you, but you're not listening because it's not what you want to hear. Spirit don't care if this is not what you want to hear. Spirit is here to help you get to your destiny, to be aligned with what you really need to be doing in this life. You're choosing to ignore it. It's not spirit doesn't want to talk to you. Ancestors don't want to talk to you. You're not allowing them to talk to you. Listen to your intuition. Listen to that voice of reason in your head. Listen to that voice that's coming from your heart. When you doubt something enough, there's a reason behind it. When you get that gut feeling about something, there's a reason behind it. When you see something is not working, there's a reason behind it. Talk to spirit. Tell spirit, spirit, I am teachable. And if you still don't hear spirit, tell spirit, spirit, make me teachable. God, please make me teachable so I can listen to you and I can listen to my ancestors and I can listen to spirit. Because that is the only way you're going to be able to get out of your rut. If not, you're just going to keep digging deeper and deeper and deeper into that resentment, that shame, that guilt. I'm going to leave you guys with that. I hope it helps. I hope that you take from this message that you no longer hold on to things that no longer serve you. You guys love saying that, but you still hold on to resentment, guilt, and shame, and hate, and anger. Those are things that are not serving you. Stop holding on to them. Mwah. I love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.